These are your typical blind contour line drawings. You know, you're going to have deformity, like this whole part here. It looks like my wrist is really, really big, and the base of my hand is swollen. That is perfectly fine. This is just the regular contour line drawing that we drew yesterday, and this is called blind contour. They're similar in that I don't want you to pick up the pencil. It's done with one continuous line, so do not pick up the pencil. But there's the additional requirement during a blind contour of not looking at your paper. So you can't look down at your paper and check how everything looks. You can't see if you're in the right you know, spot or space to draw a particular part of your hand. The only thing that you're always looking at is your hand. Okay, so you're looking at your model. I'm going to draw my hand like in an open fist like this, okay? So I don't want you to draw, I want you to watch and kind of look at the process, because I will always demonstrate before you do your thing so you know what to do. So I'm going to look at my hand, and I'm going to start from the wrist, and I'm going to move I'm not even going to look at the screen. I'm going to move up the side of my hand. I'm going to slow myself down, because when I do this, I'm not, you know, you have a tendency to rush through this because you're not looking at what you're doing. You're like, oh, let's get this done and over with. But if you do that, it's not going to look very realistic at all. And it's possible to draw realistically even when you're working blind. So just know that. Don't rush through it, because you will have the urge to do that since you can't see anyway. So I'm just tracking with my eyes along the edge of my thumb here. I have no idea where I am on the actual drawing of my thumb, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just keep going and follow along with your eyes, and just go by feel. And you might be like, well, what's the point of doing this? Like, this is just going to look bad. The point of doing this is to improve your observational skills, because people don't draw enough of what they actually see. They draw what they think that a person looks like, a girl looks like, a hand looks like, and then their hands look like a bunch of bananas, or their hands look like mannequin hands, and they don't look very realistic at all. So the hand is really one of the most difficult things to draw. So I can understand. And I'm going back to the outside of my fist. I'm on my pinky, if you're wondering. I think I'm on, you know, it may not be on my pinky on the picture. Then I'm doing like the base of my hand, the little wrinkle underneath the base of my hand, the bottom of the palm of my hand, going back to the side of the wrist and coming down. And now I'm gonna look and I'm gonna go, wow, that is like really wide. But this was the view, and this is what I have. This is my thumb. This is this finger up here. So, okay, I still feel like I can make out the pose, and I get the feeling of the pose. So this is what we're going to do next. And I want everybody to make up your own hand pose, okay? Nothing rude, no middle fingers. No, we're not doing that. But I just want you to come up with something different from mine, or just something unique, so that you're doing your own thing. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We are going to be drawing our hands again yesterday, but this time, and it's going to be with our pencil down on the paper, without lifting the pencil, okay? Without lifting the pencil. Same thing as yesterday, but we are not going to be looking at our paper to see how our drawing is turning out. We are only going to be focused on looking at our hand, and in a certain pose. You choose the pose. So it's going to look a little crazy like this. But you should still, like I went like that, you should still make out the pose, even if you have some parts looking like really wide or skinny or deformed. That's normal. So do you understand what we're doing now?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, it's gonna look like this stuff, like really, really funny. But like that one's I like that one. That one's a really good. That one's like me going like this. Yeah. Okay. I like it. It's crazy, but I like it. Looks like a gnarly, kind of wrinkly, really, really like older person's hand. But the skin's like all loose, and it's like kind of arthritic looking. Kind of reminds me of the illustrator Gahan Wilson. That's Gahan Wilson, and he did like these really wider figures of cartoon characters. And he used to have like cartoons in the newspaper when people used to read newspapers. And his characters all had this kind of blind contour line quality to them, because they were all like, their features were very, very like thick, and the lines were kind of squiggly. And he had a great fan base. People really liked his figures. There's something about the quality which was interesting. So yeah.